Hi and welcome, my name is Michelle Mann and congratulations on the purchase of your Gold Lotus Oracle deck. The intention behind creating the Gold Lotus is for personal growth and guidance, and it's a comforting ritual that you can use every day or when issues arise and you're needing clarity and guidance for that. Other ways you can use the deck are for personal readings for yourself and others. You can use the deck in light healing or energy healing. You can also use the deck for as a journal prompt, and I'll show you that in a separate video. With the Gold Lotus Oracle deck, if you've purchased it on its own, you can buy also the Gold Lotus Oracle book. In the Gold Lotus Oracle book, it has the extended meanings of each card. It has numerology. It also has the crystal meanings. It has yoga poses that go with each card. It has affirmations. And they're also in the front, it tells you a little bit about meditation and your chakra system, etc. So you see here the different information that comes in the book. So follow along in the next couple of videos and I'll show you how to clear your cards and how to do your first reading. So the next thing that you might want to do before you start your reading is clear your deck. So one of the easiest ways to clear your deck is just by holding your deck in one hand and then tapping with the other 3 times. That's great to just clear the energy in your deck. If you have a lot of people touch your deck, you may want to do a bit more of a clearing with them. And what I do is have the deck down on the table and start in a swishing motion to shift the energy in the cards. And while I'm doing this, I might even say something like, with this shuffling, I clear the energy of my deck and return it to neutral. You can also do the same when you're shuffling your deck and ask the same question. Is ask your questions. Be very clear about your question and simplify it to the most simplest form, and you'll get the best results with your answers. Sometimes it's just easy to think about an issue, if it's an issue around you that involves other people or another situation. Think about that in your head as you're shuffling, and it could be, around family members or friends, etc. Think about the actual issue when you're shuffling. So nice and quiet at that time and just thinking about that, and ask, please give me guidance on this issue or situation, and then choose your card. That can be a fairly simple way to do that. Next up is choosing your card. Now there's many ways that you can do that, and I'd like you to start to think about how you want to do that for yourself and make your own thoughts around how you'd like to do that. Some of the ways I'll show you are just to start you off, and one of the simplest ways is just shuffle your cards, do your clearing, fan your cards out into a lovely big fan in one of your hands, and then feel through with your fingertips. And you'll feel the right card that you're needing. Sometimes, as you can just see, I just close my eyes and then I feel through the cards as to what I'm needing for that question. Strength. Beautiful warrior of strength. The other ways of choosing your card are shuffling your deck and then placing your deck face down into one pile, and then splitting it with your left hand into 3 piles. Now you can use the 3 top cards if you're wanting a bit more of an extensive reading. So you read the 3 top cards on each of those decks. Or you can also do another way where you split them into 3, shuffle them, split them into 3, and then choose one of those decks. And I might choose this one here. Put them back together and then use the top 3 cards in that pile. So those would be my 3 cards for that reading. So that's for a little bit more of an extension on a normal reading, just a 1-card reading, if you're needing that clarity around something. Another way to choose your card is to spread your cards out in a lovely big fan, as best as you can do. And then using your left hand again, if you're right-handed, use your left hand. Use your non-dominant hand If you're left-handed, use your right hand. And run your hand across the top of your cards. Again, you can close your eyes and you might feel a tingling sensation or a heat as you go across the cards. Or just be guided to the card that you're needing to help you with guidance for that day. So I've chosen glow, so it's listening to your intuition. So there's many ways to choose your card, and I want you to play around and get familiar with the cards and work out a way that is personal for you, how you want to choose your card. The other thing that you might want to do as you get more familiarised with the cards is read for other people, your friends or family. And to do that, I want you to feel into the card. Say, for instance, you get that person to choose the cards. So go through the shuffle and clear and shuffle, and then get that person to choose the cards. And you might ask them to think about the situation or issue that's around them. And they can also tell you what the situation is around them if you want to. Get them to choose the card or cards, and sometimes I would probably choose 5 cards if I was doing a reading for somebody else. And then I would say, choose the cards, for instance, gold padlock. Rather than trying to think what that card might mean, of feeling to the card. What do I feel about the card and what could it mean? And on this particular card, you'll see that there is a key on the right and a key on the left. And that to me means choices. So there's a choice of either the key on the right or the key on the left. And I'd ask that person, which would they choose, the right or the left? And then I would feel that if it was a right-hand side key that they chose, I would say something like practical knowledge that they're needing about the issue that they're asking about. If it's the other side, I would say that it's about confiding in somebody, or a more taking a different angle to get the answers or knowledge that they're needing to make the decision that they need to make. And say, for instance, you do pull out 5 cards, and on a couple of those cards you're not quite maybe understanding exactly what they are meaning, then I would get that person say to clarify that by taking another card. And so I'd get them to choose another card and say about around the base chakra, although it's got the gold lotus right next to it. And I'm getting into depth now with how to read, but you need then to get them to clarify and get them to choose another card. Now, if you're wanting to learn more about how to read the Oracle deck for yourself and others, I have a course on Thinkific platform, which is a learning platform, and I'll have the links below or in the description for you to go ahead if you are interested in learning more.